your end-to-end ecosystem. And you're like, Brian, what does this have to do with broadcasting? I need to know what mic to use and how to get on iTunes and how to talk without being nervous. Okay, look, we'll get to that. But if you don't know how to turn this into a business, trust me, your podcast will be short-lived. And as you know, many people around the world took on my challenge when I was on the Joe Rogan Experience, where I said, if you want to start your own podcast, it'll change your life. So if you want to start Your City Real and it's got the right energy, I will support you. And podcasts sprung up all around the world. It was 30, 40, 50 podcasts. We had Dublin Reel, New York Reel, Sydney Reel. We even had Nigeria Reel. And all of these people started broadcasting and they did 5, 10 episodes, but a lot of them quit. The reason they quit is because they couldn't find a way to turn it into a business. And that is where I am an expert. As a matter of fact, I think I'm probably the best in the world at doing this, and you've watched me do it. That's the beauty. If you're not sure, go back to my first 3 years of episodes. I had no money coming in. Go back to the last 3 years, and you can see we've got this incredible new world headquarters, 25 people, full-time working behind the scenes to bring you documentary movies, courses on the London Real Academy, and of course, the best broadcasts in the world from the top minds on the planet. But I did it through this one concept that I was taught by Daniel Priestley, taught me this originally, one of the guests on London Real. Again, I learned from the best because I reached out to these people and got them on my show. If you want to be taught by the best, don't send them an email and ask them to buy a coffee. Don't go to their seminar. Invite them on your podcast. That's how you get 2 hours of their time and a contact for life that might turn into future JV partnerships like my recent cash flow project with Robert Kiyosaki. So very excited about this. Now, what's going on here, Brian? Well, all businesses come down to different products, and each product has a different price point. This is really important. And the reason I'm bringing this up on this broadcast yourself tip is because the podcast is what I call free content, right? That is what you put out for free every single week. It's information that you put out that delivers wow to people. I'm in the business of delivering wow. That's an expression I took from Tony Hsieh, the founder of Zappos. And that means whatever you do in life, anything you do, any interaction you have with people, anything you do during your day, always deliver wow to anybody involved. That's a product, that's a podcast, that's a blog. If I got on right now and did a vlog like I did from Arizona when I was with Robert, I would just talk to you about something that would add value to your life. And so a podcast, a London Real episode, one of my downloadable workbooks at londonreal.tv/podcast, those are all free content, and it gets my name out there, right? This is a product that costs nothing. Every company in the world has free product. For the UFC, it's their free fight nights. For Apple, the ones that make these phones, these are expensive products. iTunes itself is actually free. And back in the day, it used to organize all of your music and you could stick it on your device. That was free. That's a free product. Very important. The next thing you must have in any business is a low-cost product. Something between $27 and say $297 that, again, delivers wow, over-delivers, but it's a small price point. And so for this, every business needs this smaller price point product. And again, that could be really anything. That could be a low-cost piece of hardware. For the Apple model, for example, that's buying something on iTunes. For the UFC, that's buying a pay-per-view program. Every business has this kind of low-cost product. For a podcast, that'll be your first digital product. And I teach this inside my Broadcast Yourself course. It's something that walks people through, say, a 6-step process of delivering wow. It could be how to choose the right organic coffee, 6 basic moves in yoga. It could be 6 ways to start your own podcast. These are low-cost products. The next thing you must have, and many entrepreneurs forget about this part, and they try to make a business on this, and they struggle, and they quit, and they get frustrated, and they tell their friends, yeah, I used to have a podcast, and then I quit. Yeah, once I was an entrepreneur, but it was too hard because I quit. And they think they're bad businessmen and women, but they're not. They just never understood the end-to-end ecosystem that was taught to me by Daniel Priestley. They've never put out the prime offer. This is a product that costs between $1,000 and $5,000. A great example of this for Apple is their desktop computers and their MacBooks. Those cost. And these days, your iPhone actually costs that much. They offer this product. It's a big part of their ecosystem. For the UFC, this is a ticket to go to Las Vegas and watch Conor McGregor, $1,000 to $5,000. For London Real, it's our Business Accelerator, our Broadcast Yourself course, our Speak to Inspire, or our Life Accelerator. Very, very important. Now, the back end, what happens here? You don't have to worry about this as much, but for the UFC, this is a Reebok sponsorship that they make $10 million for. Every company has something on the back end where they make a lot more money, but they always have these 3 products. That's why a podcast is important. And if you're currently a business person, maybe you're a consultant, maybe you're a personal trainer, maybe you have a hardware company, maybe it could be anything. Maybe you're a defense contractor. You probably have these products. Maybe you don't have a free product, which means finding new customers, lead generation is something you always struggle with. And if I ever meet a businessman that tells me he's not struggling with lead generation, they're lying, because you can always get cheaper and more leads of people that are going to buy your products. That's why you need to start a podcast, no matter who you are in any business, because it's free product that generates new customers, because this can be watched by thousands, hundreds of thousands. For London Real, 100 million people have watched my free product, and it's brought them into my customer funnel. So that's why everyone needs to start a podcast. And again, it starts by putting free product out there every week. Why not bring in a cool person like Robert Kiyosaki or Dorian Yates or Tim Ferriss, have a conversation for an hour, put it out to the world, and allow that thing to push your brand forward.
London Real doesn't stop when the conversation ends. You see, that's when we get started. Because everything begins with a thought, and then comes the action. The London Real Academy is our global transformation platform. Here we bring together thousands of students from over 75 countries. Whether you want to build a profitable business from your passion, or learn to speak to inspire, or broadcast yourself with your very own podcast, or accelerate your life to become a high-performance person, we have the online accountability course and personal mentoring program that will make your dream a reality. Join us, and we'll take your life to the next level, together. Our next accelerator course is starting soon.